Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be making a Cliffjumper misconception video. I feel like in the community, Cliffjumper is pretty misunderstood. In my opinion, he's a pretty good bot. Not the best bot in the game, but I think he's definitely a top 20 bot. As you can see, first to fight, level 9, plus 16.2% critical rate if he gets the first hit. And then if he doesn't, he gets an 8.1% speed buff. I haven't seen any high sigs of Cliffjumper, so I'm not really sure what the max percentage is. But this is just gameplay of Forge 50, rank 4 Cliffjumper with the Sig 9. Cliffjumper, like what I said, is very, I think, misunderstood. He gets a lot of crap from the community, and personally, he's one of my favorite bots to use. I feel like Cliffjumper, although he does have a lot of problems, I feel like he is one of the best ranged bots in the game. But what kind of makes him, I guess, kind of overshadowed is from bots such as Starscream and RC. Starscream, as you guys know, he's probably the best range bot in the game. With his nullify buffs, with the null ray, he's pretty overpowered. And then there's RC. When you have a high sig on Earth, you can get headshots and stuff like that. Does a lot of bleed damage. And then there's Cliffjumper, who I think sits at 3. What he basically does is when you hit successful range attacks, he's an 85% chance to basically hit or give the opponent a glass gas debuff. Now the glass gas is a little confusing as it doesn't really make any sense, and I feel like KABAM doesn't really explain it well in his little I guess where it explains his kit, showing off his abilities and what he can do. Basically what the glass gas does, it's like anti-nullify and all that other stuff, and it basically increases his range damage, but it doesn't really explain that. And the more glass gas buffs you get, the more success you will have at landing crits. Now, what sucks is that the crits are super inconsistent, as you can see, just me getting crapped on by Mixmaster. But I'm trying to show off gameplay, just to show off Cliffjumper. Now, with his special 2, if the opponent has more than 3 glass gas debuffs, he's supposed to get, I believe, a 20% chance, 20% critical chance, but you just don't really see that. I feel like Cliffjumper has a lot of success when it comes to special ones. As you can see, I use a lot of special ones throughout this gameplay, and I'll show off another gameplay facing Mixmaster again. But as you can see, it's a 6.3. I get a lot of high crits with his special 1. His special 2, I would say avoid it. Special 3, avoid it. The only thing you should really do is just be stacking up on the special ones, and you can help Cliffjumper gain more power by using his synergy of Jazz. I believe it's plus 8% power rating. It's his only really good synergy. He has synergies with Mirage, which is plus 8 armor, and then he has synergy with Motormaster, but those don't really help him or benefit him. They only benefit Mirage and Motormaster. But Jazz synergy is pretty good, and it helps him a lot. The bots, as you guys saw from earlier in the video, I was using Optimus Prime, Ratchet, Jazz, and Darker Than Moon Bumblebee to give Cliffjumper pretty decent attack boost and armor boost. But yeah, let's get back to Cliffjumper. Like what I've said, Cliffjumper I feel like gets a lot of disrespect throughout the community, and I feel like he just needs to be. I feel like a lot more people need to try him. I think what makes Cliffjumper receive a lot of hate is the fact that he's a Titan bot, and Titan bots, as most of you guys know, are expensive. Cliffjumper is 200,000 Titan fragment. He is nowhere near worth that amount. Scout B or Thundercracker is a whole lot better for what they offer. But I feel like if Cliffjumper was around Darker Than Moon Bumblebee's price at 100 or 130, I feel like he would be a really good addition to the team. I personally like him just because he's a demolition bot. There's not a lot of, not really a lot of demolition Autobots, if I'm not mistaken. I know there's Ironhide, or good ones to say the least. I know there's Ironhide. Ironhide's pretty good. But then there's Cliffjumper. I can't really think of anything else, or anyone else. Yeah, so there's Ironhide. But I don't have an Ironhide, so I have to rock with Cliffjumper. And plus 2 with my all Autobot team, Cliffjumper is really good. But as I was saying, if Cliffjumper had another ability, if he could purify, or if he could nullify buffs, or if he could even passively repair over time, I feel like he would be used more and a lot better. For now, he just doesn't really offer anything, and he's really just good at range. His not really good when it comes to, you know, basic attacks or anything like that. He's just a ranged bot. That's really what he is. Because I feel like 2 Starscream could be pretty good, because Starscream can at least armor break when you use his special 2, and then he has the null raise. And then RC, she can cause bleeds by using her basic attacks and special 2s. While Cliffjumper, he doesn't do anything. He doesn't do shock, he doesn't do bleeds, he doesn't do like anything, power leaks, nothing. He just does the glass gas, and you just gotta pray to God that you get some crits. But with Cliffjumper's kit, it is so inconsistent with the crits, so that's what kind of makes him pretty bad. I think if I had him at a high sig, then I'd be critting a lot, because with the plus 16% crit chance at sig 10 or sig 9, excuse me, I see a decent amount of crits from Cliff, and I think if I had that higher, I would see a lot more. But you know, it's hard to get sigs on Titan bots, because you know, it's hard to get Titan fragment. For my current alliance, I average about 10k Titan fragment a week if I'm lucky. So it's gonna take me a long time to get Titan fragment and Titan fragment bots. And plus, I don't really plan on using any more Titan fragment on Cliffjumper. I plan to get Thundercracker next, and then I'll do an overview and gameplay on him probably. Even though he's been out for about 3 years now, Thundercracker is just a bot that I love. But as you can see, Cliffjumper, the attack or the ranged crits are getting better as I apply more glass gas buffs on him. As you can see, we have about, I think it's 10 stacks of glass gas, and now we're up at 11. See, he's trying to bait out special. Not the best gameplay to use, wish I had better gameplay, but you see we get a 7.2 crit right there. And like what I've said earlier, don't mess with Cliffjumper's special 2s. Don't mess with his special 3 unless you're trying to apply the glass gas. Only utilize the special 1. And like what I said, if Cliffjumper offered something else other than the glass gas, he would be really good. If he could, like, let's say if the opponent had 5 glass gases and it turned into like a shock or debuff or a bleed debuff, I think he'd be really good. But it's just not like that. They need to add something to make Cliffjumper more useful, or they just need to decrease his price. Or I know this wouldn't happen. They just need to completely take him out of the Titan Fragment store and just put him in generics like how they did Dirge. Like as you can see right here, I just did a special 2, and I was only about 10k damage. Why would I waste special 2 when I could, you know, do a special 1, get a crit between 6 and 8k? I just don't really see doing special 2. And you know, special 2 is supposed to get better when you have the more glass gas buffs. You can see I had 5 at that time when I used the special 2, and I only got 1 crit, I believe. So yeah, it's kind of like a misconception and like a rant, but I feel like what I've said, as this video is about to end, don't give Cliffjumper such a bad rap. He's actually pretty useful and pretty good, and he offers a pretty good kit. He's just a range. He's basically like Starscream, but he just can't nullify or armor break. That's really about it. I hope Cliffjumper gets a buff in the future because he desperately needs one. But yeah, like what I've said, hope you guys have an open eye when it comes to Cliffjumper. I definitely recommend him if you have the Titan Fragment. Or if you get him as a 4-star, definitely rank him up. He is a pretty good bot, and like what I've said, hope he gets a buff in the future. Desperately needs it. And so yeah, Spinal Sway. Hope everyone has a good day or good night. Peace out.